This is the WWE Elite Series 125 Stephanie Vaquer and Cody Rhodes figures, man. And we're going to be taking a look at it. I know a lot of people are interested in this Stephanie Vaquer, and specifically me, because, my God, man, I don't think this looks like the character. And today, we're going to find out if that's true or not. And you know what? We may attempt to do some stuff on action figure surgery, but we also have Cody Rhodes over here from WrestleMania where he took on John Cena. But we do have our new packaging. I still like the packaging. The packaging has not run its course on me just yet. The Stephanie does look good, though, on the side. There's a shot of the talent on the back, and then you do have the little bio read. You got the rest of the figures in the wave. 3 first-time in lines in this set. It's pretty cool, man, you know? Say what you will about certain things, but that's pretty damn cool. To have 3 first-time in lines in one single wave is pretty sweet, but we did pick these up from Ringside Collectibles using code MDTOYS to save ourselves 10%, and we appreciate Ringside as always. But there's Cody with his navy tights. Reminds me a lot of the Ultimate Edition, but there is Cody on the side. You got Cody right there coming down the ramp. Was there in person for this one, which is pretty cool, and I think this is pretty awesome, man. We're going to unbox both these figures, find out what they're about, see if they are indeed worth a shish, and hopefully we will get it all done, man. But with that being said, let's crack Stephanie and Cody out of the packaging and find out what Elite Series 125 is all about. So here we have Elite 125, Stephanie Vaquer and Cody Rhodes out of the packaging, man. We're going to take a look at their accessories, of course, but man, I'm already ticked, man. I'm already pissed off with these figures in certain ways, and we're going to unbox it. We're going to get into it. You can let me know what you think of everything as we get into it, man, but let's get into the accessories of Cody Rhodes, and we'll take you through Cody Rhodes, and then we'll get into the Stephanie Vaquer figure and break everything down for you. So for Cody Rhodes accessories, man, it's pretty bare bones here. We are going to get the weight belt. You get the Nightmare weight belt, which we've seen a couple times now. It is the newer mold where the clasp and the little loop right here goes over. I still am not a huge fan of this. I don't know if it's the way that it fits and clasps together or what, but it just feels so stiff and hard to operate, and I'm glad, like, this just doesn't port into here very nicely, so the usability of it is just not fun. I'm not fond of the user-friendliness of this. Is that making sense here? It just doesn't pop together as clean as I'd like. Not that it's just horrific, but I don't know, it's just not fun. Yeah, I'm glad we get it, it's just not a good experience. Outside of that, you're going to get the mic holding hands, white hand tape with the white peg for the, the right hand. You also get a pair of fists, so that's good for any character. Still got the white peg and white hand tape. And then something they've been doing recently is instead of those throne sitting hands, they've been giving him the graspy Kamehameha or Kamehameha hands, which I do like. I think these are great, and I think that's good. Yeah, so you get the kind of grabby entrance style hands for Cody Rhodes, which I'm a fan of. I actually like this, and they do have the white peg still, so I actually prefer these, I think. Even if they're a little too large, maybe the finger's a little too long, I don't know. I still like this mold, and I like the way that these, I don't know, I like the expressiveness. All right, man, we're getting into Cody Rhodes, and my God, I just discovered something about this figure, man, before I broke it down, because you know that I take time with the figures, and I just discovered something that is just atrocious. So not only does he have the jaw tattoo, which, again, we're going to continue to show this, because I think it's so important. There is a gap between his ear and the tattoo, and one day we'll make a compilation where we clip together all of it, but I talk about this all the time. There's a clear gap between his ear and the tattoo. There is. It doesn't run up right up to his ear. Doesn't happen. Never has happened. Regardless, look at the damn misprint right here, and I know that this isn't everything. This is the factories right here, man. And honestly, I think the tattoo should probably be rotated a little bit this way to the left, rotated counterclockwise to the left, and then shrunk down a little bit so that it doesn't go onto the face. But look at that, man. What are you going to do with that? Completely misprinted tattoo. I mean, I guess the head sculpt covers it a little, but it just looks ridiculous. That just looks awful. But you do have the Dream tattoo, Finn Balor torso, miniature chest hair on there, which is, fine. It's the same run-of-the-mill Cody Rhodes formula. Everything here is the same deal. There's the shot there. Navy gear looks good. I do like this gear. You get the, kind of George Washington-esque with the red, navy, the blue, the white, the gold. All that looks very clean. Pretty clean deco for the most part. I like his gears. It's just, with it moving to pinless, we all know that his figures kind of fell off a cliff, man. And he's got these giant clown feet that are loose here. Got the American Nightmare logo. You're getting those blue flames on the boots from WrestleMania, which is a nice look. I don't mind that. I just hate this boot mold and everything like that, man. This figure is just, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. Anyways, articulationing, look down that far. I mean, this is going to be your same articulation we've seen on Cody Rhodes multiple times. Ab crunch is there. Can go back decently far. This is a classic torso. I just really wish we could get something new for you know, we just need newer articulation in these WWE figures. But shoulders go right at 90, just above, full rotation, bicep cut there, double jointed, pinless arms there that are beautiful. I'll never get sick of that. You get the hinge and swivel in the wrist. You do get the nice tight waist, and then he is on ball joints, so you can kick forward pretty good here. Oh, dude, what the hell? Did you see that little form fit in the plastic? It just made a little nick in the plastic right there, but it can go out to the side. You get upper thigh cut. Double jointed, pinless knees, which you know I'm not really a fan of. I just think they're way too stiff. Get boot rotation. Feet go up and down. You do get the crazy ankle pivot, but it's on these damn clown feet, and they just make Cody Rhodes figures, man. God. They just make them not fun, man. I don't know. The new formula, the new factories, they make Cody Rhodes figures garbage. They just make them, they're just nowhere near how good they used to be. It's crazy how bad they are now in comparison. Cody Rhodes figures, it's just Cody Rhodes figures. Mostly, I mean, I know the QC issues are running rampant, but damn, let's get into some figure comparisons before I lose my mind. So this is every WWE Elite Cody Rhodes in tights, including his first Ultimate Edition, and I'll bring up the other Ultimate Editions as well just to show you, but all the way to the left, that's his first Elite, the top picks, the second top picks, Defining Moments, Torn Pec, Elite 111, Royal Rumble Elite, didn't get the Greatest Hits re-release, because it's the same figure. First Ultimate Edition Mattel Creations exclusive. From the Vault re-release of the first Defining Moments Torn Pack. TMNT, Casey Jones Cody. Ringside exclusive, Finish the Story, Pharaoh 2-pack Cody. Another top picks in the Evil Knievel style gear. Survivor Series Elite with the War Games Warface paint. Another top picks from this year in the Wave with Randy Orton. And then we have the Defining Moments that came with the new Winged Eagle over here on the far right. And then you have the new Elite 125 here in the middle. And you guys know we're going to continue to get Cody Rhodes figures, and they're so great. They really are. Even if you start with his first figure over there before they switched to pinless. That's why I think these Codys are superior to the rest of these, because they didn't have pin legs, and when they switched to pin legs, we got one or two figures with the smaller boots, but then we got the clown feet, and you can just see, you know, what kind of took place. But his figures are fun to collect. They're very colorful and toyetic, and his gears are great. We've just seen a lot of the same head sculpts. They always put the damn tattoo on the face. And Cody Rhodes has some really good figures, but he also has some stinkers. And I don't know, man, this figure is not the greatest that I've seen out of Cody Rhodes. Think he has much better figures out there. But then if you want another comparison, here is his WrestleMania 39 Ultimate gear in the navy. And then we have his Mattel Creations, actually where he finished the story figure over here with the skull mask in the white gear, where he won the Undisputed Championship in Philly. And it's kind of cool to see these up next to each other. You know the Ultimate's going to scale a little bit higher, but still cool to see these, man. We have a damn Cody army. It's absolutely ridiculous. But then we can pull in Brandy here. This is the Ultimate Brandy. You guys want to see what that looks like up next to this new Elite 125. There you go. You can take a shot of this. And that don't look half bad either. They go well together. And this isn't all the Codys. You know, we have some suited Codys. We have a couple chases. You got the Elite 109 suited Cody. You got that Elite 120 suited Cody. You got the chase of that as well. So, not all of them, but this is a healthy amount of Cody Rhodes. Next up, we have Stephanie's accessories, and I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to get into this first. I think this is one of the most important parts of the figure, man. You have the horns in here, and I think they're pretty well shaped. I like the sculpt of them. You have kind of the ridges on there and the silver tips and everything. You see the headband there. They're a little bit warped, which kind of, I don't know exactly how I feel about that. They are a little bit warped right there. But when you take it to the head sculpt to attach it, I don't like the way that this fits in. You'll see that there's a groove in her hair right here. And you can kind of stick that on there. But it doesn't, to me at least, I cannot figure out a good way for it to, like, it'll hug on there. It's on there. But then it's very, very fragile. Like, you don't want to touch it, if that makes sense. If you just got to be very, very particular. I don't like the way that this attaches, and you got to put it in the middle, obviously, and you can push it on the side, and it's kind of in there. And this'll do, you know, I'm not saying that that doesn't do, but you can kind of see on the right side, it's not all the way on. You see what I'm saying? The right side's kind of not on there, and then as you kind of, you know, continue to adjust it, I don't know, it just doesn't fit how I'd like. It just doesn't fit secure to me, if that makes sense. and, you know, you can push it in there, and the left side feels pretty snug, but the right side doesn't, and then when you kind of try to push this side on, you can see it kind of comes up. You see how it's just not staying on all the way, and that is, I don't know, I don't like that. Now, could you get this on here in a way and get it set up? Yes, you could, but I don't think it's going to be just this simple task where you throw it up real easy and pop it on there, and then you can leave it alone forever. It's going to be one of those things where you got to kind of finagle it and get it correct. You know, it's not going to be, I don't know, I haven't had that much fun with it. It keeps kind of, you know, popping off every time. And it'll stay. Again, it's not that it doesn't stay. It's that it doesn't stay flat, and it takes a minute with everything there to get it in position. So you just got to take your time with it there. I wish that was a little bit easier to do, but there is the horns right there, which do look good, and they have to come with the figure. I just, golly, man. I wish that went on a little easier. I don't know why mine, it may just be mine, but I don't know. They don't pop on there the greatest. And then we have her entrance gear, her little waist wrap deal. It's very well sculpted here with the red strings and the silver buttons that come down, and it does go around her waist, and then it does clasp. And I do like the train, man. This black train that comes all the way down with the little edges is very, very detailed. You can see there, it has all these little cuts in it that really give you the full detail. I think that is excellent, man. That is fantastic. So we'd love to see that. Got the, you know, the strings coming all the way down, the silver buttons. Got that red in there. You can clasp this together, everything like that. That looks terrific. Really, really good. Yeah, dude, that is incredible. That is incredible. I think that is outstanding. So this is beautiful. Is this a corset? I can't remember, man. I'm not too familiar with the female cloth goods and, you know, just their clothing. I don't know everything, but I think it's called a corset. I don't know. Anyway, I do like that. And then for interchangeable hands, you do get a pair of mic holding hands, no nail polish or anything. And then we do have the pointer fingers. Got to have the pointer fingers. But again, no nail polish or anything, which I don't know if that's accurate or not. But there is the pointer fingers. So we're looking at the Stephanie Vaquer figure, man, and we're going to get into this head sculpt, and I just want to do a side-by-side, and I think at the end of the day, I think it's just the eyes, the cheek structure, and the jawline that just does not look like the character to me, and I think it looks like a woman in cosplay portraying the character instead, but I do like the way the hair is sculpted. It is a little weird on the sides here where you have where the headband goes or the horns go. But I do like the sculpt of the hair. It does look nice. It's got that nice slick black color going on that looks nice and, you know, falls right and everything like that. I think that looks good there. I do like the way that the attire looks as well. The red and black is very nicely sculpted in here. Kind of have these little straps and everything going underneath. I think all that looks really good. Get a little bit of black bleeding on the arm. Not the biggest deal ever. You know, the QC running wild here. But wrist tape looks good. You have the other side of the figure here. You get some paint splotches down here, as you can see. But I think it's because they put skin tone over black legs. So if you removed all this paint, it would be black tights, pretty much is what I'm saying. So they did put the skin tone over the black, and that's what gives that bleeding effect there. But you have the red on the back. A little bit of bleeding, but not the biggest deal ever. She does have pin legs, which is good for, you know, posability, which we'll see in just a moment, but they did give her the kickpad or feet, and she does have the new feet, though, not these basic ankles, so that's good for posability as well. So the good news about this figure is that it is going to be able to pose pretty decent. Now, she's not going to be able to move her head very much, but you do get this diaphragm movement here. Ab crunch is non-existent. It can go back a little bit there. Just, God, I want to see ab crunch better on these WWE figures, man, from Mattel. But shoulders go above 90, which is excellent. Full rotation. You are going to get the bicep cut, double-jointed pinless arms, which are nice. She does have the hinge and the swivel in the wrist. You do get the tight waist there, which is great. And you can rotate the upper diaphragm a little bit there as well. Feet can kick forward pretty good. She is on ball joints, so none of this snaps back and forth, so that's good there. You do have upper thigh cut. She does have a very clean, double-jointed pinned leg, like we stated. She does feel a little bit loose. She doesn't feel as tight as you'd like in terms of posability and the way she feels in the hand. However, she does have the boot rotation. The feet go up and down, and she does have a nice ankle pivot there, so that's good, man. Yeah, just kind of the way the legs feel and then comparison to the way the diaphragm joint moves and stuff like that, you get a little bit of, like, wobbliness, but it's not the biggest deal ever. I don't think it's just the worst thing I've ever seen. But let's get into some Stephanie Vaquer figure comparisons. So for your figure comparisons, we do have the Elite WrestleMania 39 Elite Bianca Belair. You have the Elite 117 Rhea Ripley. We have the Ultimate Edition Alexa Bliss. And then we do have the Elite 119 Liv Morgan. Was it Elite 119 Liv Morgan? I think it is, but we did do a head swap there. But just to kind of showcase it. Is that Elite 119? Damn, it feels like yesterday, but now we're on Elite 125. Just, God, these sets unravel. Makes me want to jump off a cliff. Man, I think she looks fine up next to these. I don't know how you guys are feeling on it. I don't think it's atrocious. She's 5'3", so I mean, it's not like she's supposed to be some ungodly tall character or something like that. So, what are you guys thinking? Let me know what you think of these comparisons down in the comment section below. But I think that all but wraps up our Elite Series 125 review of Stephanie Vaquer and Cody Rhodes, man. Let's start off with Stephanie. I mean, dude, we know, right? The head sculpt, it just does not look like her to me. I don't know. I think it comes down to the jawline and the eyes, and I think that just completely throws it off for me, man. I don't know what that is. I don't like that part of the figure. I think that it doesn't look like the character. I think from the neck down, though, it's pretty good. I like the attire. I like the way the figure moves. It's pretty buttery smooth for the most part. I do like that aspect of the figure, which is good. I like the way that the hair falls. However, another little comment, I don't like the way the horns go on the figure. I don't think they fit snug enough. I feel like it's very inconsistent, and it's going to lead to them falling off or, you know, just not getting that, you know, that kind of satisfying plug that you get from putting a hat on a figure or whatever. It doesn't feel like it's really snug. It doesn't really feel like it gives you that security when you put that on there, and that kind of bothers me for whatever reason. I don't like how the horns fit on there, and I think you could argue that's the two biggest parts of the figure, is that the character looks like the character, and, you know, the accessories that make them who they are kind of go with the figure pretty good, and I don't think that's what you get here. I will say, again, the figure poses really well, and I think from the neck down it is solid. I like the entrance coat with the long, you know, drawn out cape or whatever that's called. The train of the entrance gear is very sweet. That's what it's called. It's called the train. And I think that it looks really sweet, and I like the details of that, but everything else with the figure kind of upsets me. But I guess it's going to be up to you whether you want to cross that bridge or not. If you want to make that sacrifice, if you want to wait on the next one, I'm sure we'll get an Ultimate at some point, and hopefully they'll upgrade her. But yeah, I don't think this is a perfect first execution of Stephanie Vaquer. So there is that. As far as Cody Rhodes, man, oh my God, the fall off needs to be studied, man. The fall off needs to be studied. He doesn't really come with any accessories. He's going to be bought because he's Cody Rhodes and he's going to be plentiful on shelves. But unless you just really want that WrestleMania gear where he lost to John Cena in a very lackluster matchup and ending, then, I mean, there it is. You know, it wasn't the greatest match of all time. I mean, the moment is significant and everything like that, but, you know, with the Travis Scott debacle and everything, the gear is what it is. But we're talking about the figure itself. No championship. Head sculpt is run-of-the-mill. I do like the gear. It's not that I don't like the gear, but ever since his formula switch, man, his figures just don't feel the same. And he does have those cool boots on there, kind of looking like Hollywood Hogan or something, which I do like. I like his boots. They're just, I don't know, man. They're not as good as they used to be. I think that they have clown feet, and I'm just waiting for the day for that to retire. Thank God his Ultimate Editions don't have that. But yeah, man, I don't know. If you want these figures, you can go over to Ringside Collectibles, use code MDTOYS to save yourselves 10%. But these are not the greatest executions for me. Not that they're necessarily just horrific. I mean, Stephanie Vaquer may go on the worst list just because it doesn't look anything like her. But Cody Rhodes, he's just, you know, we've seen the story play out, man. We've seen the story before, and I don't think his figures are as good as they have been in the past. You got the clown feet still. It's a cool gear, and, you know, it's a significant moment for the other guy. But I don't know. Let me know what you think, man. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for the Stephanie Vaquer and Cody Rhodes Elite 125 review. Let me know what you think, man, but I'm getting the hell out. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Let's get into our random comment shout-out before we get out of here. And I thought this comment was great, and it made me laugh, but Feathers109 says, Mufka. What figure doesn't piss you off with the rose withering away or the flower withering away emoji? Holy God in heaven, that was fantastic. And he's not wrong. I mean, we have a standard around here, and so we hold every figure to that standard. I don't care if it's my favorite character, my least favorite character, whatever it is, man. That's just what it's about, and I don't care what logo is on the figure when it comes through the door. If it's not well executed, it's not well executed. And I think that I've always tried to stay consistent with that, but if you watch the channel, you know that I praise things, right? And I hope you guys are watching to this point in the video, so you'll see this comment, but if something deserves its flowers and it's really good, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to let you know about it. And if something is bad, or it's not up quite to standard, or I don't think that it's correct, I'm going to let you know about it. And that's just how it is, man. But I appreciated that comment so much. It made me laugh, actually, so shout out to Feathers109 for the random comment shout out, but I appreciate you guys so very much. Thank you guys so very much for everything. Hope you guys have a blessed one. Let me know what you think about these figures. But I'm getting out. I'll see you guys later, and I'll see you next time.